Have you ever watched a YouTube video of an opening trap and played it and lost? That's because the gambit is trash and works on only low-level players. Today, I'm going to show you a gambit that works for high-level players. The gambit is called the Alien Gambit. This gambit is so absurd yet effective. I am 1800 rated on chess.com. Despite that, I have a 100% win rate with this gambit. I have never lost a game playing this gambit. Let's get right into the video. This gambit is called the Alien Gambit and is played when you have the white pieces. This gambit goes e4, and if your opponent plays the Caro-Kann defense, you have to go knight here. After this, your opponent will take your pawn and you take back, and when your opponent goes here to trade the knight, instead of trading the knight, you go here. And whenever your opponent tries to kick out your knight, you sacrifice it on this. The idea is that the king has to take, and now the king is vulnerable. If the king does not take, you fork the queen and the rook, and whatever your opponent plays, you just take the rook, and then you have a pleasant advantage. Your opponent must take your knight. And after this, the engine thinks that black is better. But this advantage is only if black knows how to defend perfectly. Because after this, black is gonna get ruthlessly attacked by the white pieces. In this position, you go here, you develop your bishop like this, and you castle, you put in your rook in the center, you attack with your queen, you attack with your bishop, and this king is very vulnerable to all of these pieces, which will go and assassinate him. If you see here, I've played 6 games with this. I've won 4 of them and I've drawn 2. I have never lost a game despite being a knight down, and the absurdity of this gambit. I will show you all of these games right now. So the first game went like this, and we obviously sacrificed our knight. Our opponent took it, and in this game our opponent fell for an opening trap. This is a blunder. If your opponent does this, you simply thinking that he can take the queen once the knight moves, you go danger levels. You attack his king and fork his bishop. And after this, I didn't find it at first, but my opponent blundered it again, and I saw it immediately and forked. And after this, my opponent resigned. In this game, the same thing happened. The computer thinks that's a blunder, but it's all part of our plan. I developed my knight, he developed his, I developed my bishop, and in this position I sacrificed my bishop. The idea was after he takes with the pawn, I take back with my knight, the king moves, and then I fork his king and his queen. If he doesn't move here, if he goes there, then I go here and attack with the queen. Lucky for me, he blundered immediately and I won his queen, and after that promptly won the game by checkmate. In this game, I played the Caro-Kann, and the same thing, he blundered his bishop, and in this he actually didn't resign, but I won his queen and then went out to win the game. Not really that complicated. I converted this easily. In this game, now this game was actually really complicated because my opponent didn't blunder at all. He played the opening perfectly and still maintained a good advantage. In this position, I had also castled. I had all my pieces developed and I was ready to attack. So now I went here. He took my knight and then I took back, attacking his knight. He had to move his knight, and after he moved his knight, the knight stopped defending this square, and my queen swooped in. And then in this position, I easily won his bishop, and then he blundered mate in 2, and I promptly spotted and checkmated him and won this game. The last 2 games are actually games which I did not win and feature a queen sacrifice. So all as usual, we sacrificed our knight, developed our bishop, developed our knight. In this game, my opponent played this opening perfectly. He manually castled his king, and in this game, I found I couldn't break through. Although I had an advantage, I did not spot it. The move to win was actually going here. And the point is that after this, my opponent has to... Wait, what? Yeah, my opponent can win a free pawn, but here we have this fork looming in which we can win his rook and stuff like that. Anyways, I did not spot that, and I immediately tried to attack with my queen. This did not go as planned, as I sacrificed but I found a cool sacrifice here. In this position, I was completely losing. I was down a piece, and I knew that I could not attack because he was pressuring my bishop. He was pressuring this. He would go here, and he would go here, and he would obliterate me. So I found this cool bishop sacrifice, and after he takes my bishop, I found a repetition, and there's nothing to do but repeat, and I drew this game. Now, the last game was actually one of my best games despite me drawing this game, but it featured a really brilliant queen sacrifice. In this game, my opponent defended perfectly, and I didn't really get... although I got in with my queen, I misplayed it. I gave this check, and after this I played this, and then he found a really good move to defend everything, which is this. And then I went here, and then the idea was to go here, takes, and then takes with the rook to continue my attack, but it really couldn't work because he brought back his knight to defend his king. I went through with my idea, but there was nothing here. He went here, attacked my queen, booted it out, took the pawn, and although I have my pieces here, there's really not much I can do because this defense is really strong. All of the B's cover all of these squares. The knight has good defense, and there's not much I can do. So I retreated back. He attacked my bishop. I tried to bring this bishop in too, and he gave me a check, and all I could do is attack his queen at this point, and I threatened a repetition. He did not repeat. I kept attacking his queen. He gave me another check, and I attacked his queen again. He took the pawn, and then I brought my rook in, expecting counterplay. And in this position, you guys can pause this and see if you can find the move. But I probably mentioned it before. I mentioned it before the game, so you guys know now. In this position, I sacrificed my queen. The brilliant move. I sacrificed my queen. The knight takes, and in this position, the bishop covers this square. The rook covers this square. I found a repetition because the only square the king can go is here, and after this I give him another check. This square is covered, this square is covered, and the only free square is this. So the king goes here, and I repeat and save this game, which I almost lost because I was kind of getting obliterated by the queen over here. The knight was coming in, but I found this brilliant queen sacrifice. I took his bishop and then went on to draw the game. I hope you guys learned something from this video and learned how amazing this gambit is. You guys can let me know if you want a tutorial on this gambit. I am 1800 to 1200 Blitz, but I'm 1800 Rapid, and I have played this gambit not only in Blitz but also in Rapid. I have played 2 Rapid games with this gambit, and I have won both of those. So this gambit is really effective against even high level players in the 1800 space, 1900 space, and I doubt most of you are past that level. So it's basically effective for every single one of you. You guys should definitely give it a try. It is one of my most deadliest weapons against the Karakhan if my opponent takes my pawn and plays the tactic hour. So you guys should definitely try it. Let me know if you want a tutorial on this gambit. I'll make more tutorials on more edgy gambits that I play. There's another gambit called the England Gambit, which is really risky yet really effective gambit. And I think I'll make a tutorial on that next. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. A short reminder to drink water. You guys should definitely subscribe to my channel. I am a new chess YouTuber looking to turn my hobby into maybe something monetary and build a good chess community. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys know that you're valuable. Hope you guys have an amazing day. See you guys in the next video. Peace.